If we look at the list of the richest, how many of them have succeeded without leverage? The answer is none. The whole world stands on leverage, from large corporations to small entrepreneurs, as well as ordinary consumers. What is leverage and what are the myths associated with it? About that in a moment. Before we begin, as you can see, we are a new channel on YouTube. Every subscription, like and comment is of great importance to us. Please help us grow. First, let's look at leverage in everyday life. Consumers, that is all of us, use leverage in many different ways. Buying a house on credit is most common example. Buying a new smartphone on installments is also using leverage. But wait a minute, is using credit to buy consumer goods a bad idea by any chance? After all, financial gurus everywhere say it's foolishness and getting into a debt spiral. This, of course, is not true. It all depends on the specific example. Buying an apartment on credit can have a lot of positive aspects. Moving to a better, safer neighborhood, perhaps closer to work, better living comfort, better conditions for children and family. These are things that are difficult to put into numbers. Buying a new laptop or car on installments can increase the productivity of our work, etc. These examples can be mentioned more, although directly these things do not bring us additional income. Indirectly, they improve our quality of life, better organize our work, save time, or simply make us feel better. What will be really useful to us and what will be a mere fad? This is something that everyone must decide individually. On the other hand, there is one most important thing that every consumer must look at the same time. Are we able to service the new debt? Does our monthly income minus all existing living expenses allow us to service the new monthly obligation? If, after a simple mathematical exercise, the answer is no, it means we can afford it. Otherwise, it's the first step to entering a debt spiral. Deceiving myself that I can't afford it now, but will earn more in the future, is the same behavior as buying myself clothes that are too small and promising myself that one day I will lose weight. Handling your stream of obligation is the most important thing you need to pay attention to. How long do you think it would have taken to grow to its current level? For example, the company Uber, without a leverage, a minimum of several decades longer. Entrepreneurs, companies, corporations, to achieve their goals must have capital. By far, the more favorable option is to finance the business with external capital. Grants, subsidies, bank loan, leasing, share issues, bond issue, financial rounds for startups. These are all forms of leverage that allow companies to grow faster. As with consumers, it is important for a company to be able to handle its current stream of liabilities and maintain the right relationship between debt and equity. So as we can see, the whole world is based on leverage, from small to large, from consumers to entrepreneurs. The last group is investors. There is a widespread belief that using a leverage when investing is a fast road to self-destruction. This is true, but only if you don't know how to manage your capital. Let's look at examples when leverage can benefit us. Most professional investors use leverage in the form of managing other people's money, charging management fees and fees on profits. This allows them to make much more money than if they traded only their own money. Leveraged products are also used to hedge against exchange rate risk. A given fund invests in stock companies in another country with a different currency, while it uses leverage so that with a small amount of capital used, it can hedge against unfavorable changes in the currency exchange rate on the entire position. But should individual investors use leveraged instruments to speculate in the stock markets? If they can manage their money, then by all means yes. With leverage, you don't have to put all the money intended for investment into a broker's account, which means that the rest of your money can lie quietly in the bank account or a deposit, which is much safer place. If your strategy works in multiple markets, you can make more trades with the same level of risk for a single trade. It's not true that leverage also increases risk, because you should know beforehand how much you are able to risk on an individual transaction, in nominal or percentage. Look at a simple example. You have 100,000 to invest. You don't want to lose more than $1,000 on one transaction. Shares of company X cost $100. At a price of $99, you want to get out and consider the transaction as a failure. It makes no difference in terms of risk whether you buy the stock for the whole 100,000 without leverage or pay a fraction of that amount to set the position size so that a 1% drop in the price equals $1,000. It all depends on setting the position size correctly. In the first case, you need to come in $100,000. In the second, only a small fraction of this amount. The level of risk remains the same. So, as we can see, we all use leverage in many different ways. It is not the leverage itself that is bad, just the way it is used. Thank you for watching and subscribe for more.